It's like a dance. Oh, such a mess.
Shade on the ground, far from all worries and troubling sound. When I go there to be by myself, only me, no one can guess what I came there to see.
It is the middle of winter. It has been raining here a ton. Northern California has not gotten this much rain in like 10 years, and it is creating such a huge mess in our yard. We have just a huge blanket of leaves everywhere, all over our grass, and we are gonna clean it up today.
All right, let's get to it.
Yay!
We're trying to get all the leaves blown into the grass, and then we'll use the big mower to suck it all up. Okay, there she is. I think she's probably...
My battery is dying.
You depleted the battery? That's a good sign. It's hard work.
That one's dead. The other one's dead.
Well, you did a good job. We got... Oh my gosh, what is going on here?
You can finally roller skate or skateboard now that the leaves are up, huh?
I am practicing surfing.
Okay, well, good job. You got a lot of the leaves up. And so I was saying earlier that we are blowing all the leaves into the grass, and then we'll use the big mower and the big bagger to start collecting all the leaves.
I think you should have the boys come down and broom what's too wet and heavy to come off.
It's a good idea. And we even have one of those metal plate scrapers that are flat that Mike can break it up.
But I think the broom would probably be sufficient, especially with the undulating,
It's a good idea.
broken asphalt.
That's right. That's a good idea. Yeah, we can break it up. We use the mower to suck it up later and haul all this off.
It'd be nice to have this nice and clean.
And green,
And
right?
green. Clean and green.
Clean and green. That's our new YouTube channel, Clean and Green.
What's wrong with Beauty in the Yard?
No, it's good. It's good.
Plus,
We
people might
know who the beauty is.
Plus, clean and green, people might think that we're like a diet channel, and that is not the truth.
I have my green juice every morning. What are you talking about?
Apparently, the broom is like all the way on the other side, so Emmett is hauling us over to get a push broom.
There's the only one in there. So.
Okay, let's bring that. Yeah, I think I'm done with this job. This is like the worst job.
What do we do with all the leaves? We compost them. When we have a leaf collection project this large, we have to put someone in charge of leaf management. Today, that job falls on Turner. Turner can be seen riding a 2019 CK3510 Hydrostat Coyote tractor in none other than Coyote Orange. He gracefully maneuvers the controls to tame the 45 horsepower beast. With a keen eye, Turner piles the leaves, grades the path, and all while keeping the tractor spotless.
About to leave, already packing, come with me, I'm not really asking, we'll get away to a place where we don't know. About to see the world in action, what we can be, life with no distractions, we'll get away, this is what we waited for. Take my hand, we'll make it somehow. We can't miss out. I'm done living life with the lights out. Die with my own doubts. Be free with me. Let's go, let's be free with me.
With all the leaves up, it's a perfect time to fertilize. I'm using the Scott's Ultrafeed to help provide nutrients to the soil. It's a slow-release capsule and will help build stronger grass roots. Stronger roots and a thicker grass blanket will help crowd out spring weeds. This feels like it's the first time in 4 months that our yard is clean. It's been raining so much here, leaves have been falling out of the trees every week and we can't clean up because it's too wet. But finally we have all the leaves up, or at least a substantial portion of them. We just can't get it all up. It drives me nuts. We have all these big baggers and the tools needed to keep it clean, but it's just so much. I think I emptied that big bagger 12 times. It wears on me to have the yard such a mess. But finally we've had good weather for about 2 weeks and everything dried out. So I was able to get all the leaves up. I know it's winter time and grass is supposed to turn brown and dormant, and there's nothing wrong with that, but I just really like it green. So I want to mitigate its brownness as much as possible. So I'm going to try to keep the leaves off of it as long as the weather cooperates with me. Maybe we'll get a foot of snow. That would make Kim's day. But in the meantime, we're going to keep all the leaves up. I fertilized today so we can get lots of nutrients, and with beautiful days like today and with the fertilizer, it should really help the grass to maintain a lot of its color so that when the spring does come back, a couple of more months from now, it should pop back green fast. It's not too bad. But it has spots that are more yellow or brown, more dormant. Anyway, that's the goal. The goal is to keep it as green as possible, and then when the springtime comes, to have it pop and be beautiful once again. A lot of times we have our a giant Easter egg hunt here at our house. Sometimes our church will ask, we'll kind of sponsor a location for it, and it really works out great. There's lots of little segregated areas so we can break out zones for different age kids, and it's just a lot of fun. But I really want it to be beautiful, and so I'm really always hopeful that Easter, that Saturday or Sunday come right after it warms up, so that we have time for the yard and the plants and everything to start to bloom. And just that time of season, I love Easter. I love the newness of spring. And I get really excited about planting new bulbs, and some of our existing bulbs, that they start to bloom again. These are our elephant ears. They're completely dormant, but in early spring, they'll start to pop up. And we have all kinds of tulips around the yard that we get excited for them to start to come up in early spring. So we're still 6 weeks away from that, 6 or 8 weeks. But until then, we'll do what we can to keep everything crisp and clean and ready for that warmer weather and sunshine. Oh, I found the culprit why the bag wasn't turning very hard. Look at that. Who do we know who's been getting into golf lately?
Wow.
Oh! What happened to you?
I fractured my foot, but it's almost better.
You fractured your foot?
Yes.
How'd you do that?
I fell down the stairs.
So he jumped down the stairs and he hurt his foot, but he's almost better. I think the doctor said about a week to recover and he'll be fine. So anyway, we finished our project today.
Yay.
Thanks for joining us. So again, the goal is we want to keep our grass as green as possible for as long as possible. And it just drives me crazy when I see leaves or weeds or anything else in the yard. And it's been raining so much here that we can never clean up. So it's always wet. It's always kind of gloomy, but man, it's been so beautiful for 2 weeks now. So finally we got all the leaves picked up and all the limbs and just got it all clean.
It looks so much better. It's nice that the grass can finally breathe, you know, because it was like being suffocated by all those heavy leaves that had fallen and then gotten mashed down by all the rain.
Yeah, right. So it blocks out all the nutrients that could come, all the sun, when we do have sun, it blocks it out. And so my goal is to keep the grass really green as long as possible through the winter. And no, most people, or most of the time, the grass will turn brown and it'll go dormant during this time of year. There's nothing wrong with that. It may even be healthy for the grass, but I still want it green. I still
It
want
doesn't matter if grass should go through a brown spell, Jason just wants it green.
It's like Hawaii. It doesn't go through a brown spell. Why is that?
Because Hawaii is perfect.
Hawaii is perfect. And so a little, or a slice of Hawaii here. Green grass, I know, it's a compromise. Anyway, so I think we've got it all dialed in today. We have it fertilized. So I'm actually gonna go run the sprinklers a little bit.
Oh,
only for
really?
like 10 minutes in each zone because we don't have rain in the forecast for another week and a half.
And you want to be able to get that fertilizer to ooze in.
Right, so the water will activate the fertilizer. It'll help to absorb down. And plus, it'll help to weigh the fertilizer down a little bit.
So it doesn't blow away?
It's the little granules, that's right.
Oh, okay.
And so with people walking around or wind blowing,
It's been windy today.
things will start to clump together, and fertilizer can be really bad on a lawn too if it gets too much concentrated in one area.
We've seen that before.
I've spilled some before, more than once.
Kills it.
It does. It's hard to come back. So I'll turn the sprinklers on. We'll kind of get everything just overall wet and damp, and then we'll let it go. And hopefully in 6 weeks, we'll get some consistent sun.
Well, and then in 6 weeks, it'll be what, almost April.
Almost
so it'll be
Easter.
really warm.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yep, that's right. So I don't know where the rest of the boys are. I mean, they just ditch us all the time.
Where are those boys?
They have friends.
What?
They have friends.
Where are their friends?
That's what I said. They're supposed to be working in the yard, but nope, they're gone today.
Well, we can have some fun together.
I can't work.
Stuart's with us because he's hurt. Anyway, thanks for coming and joining us, and until next time.
Bye, you guys.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.